Hi guys, my name is Hannah Sutherland, and I'm here to help with the weekly word. And it's just a 2 to 5 minute video of you just sharing your insight into the kingdom or into your relationship with God or your identity to encourage and edify others. So if you're interested in also doing a weekly word, please let either Dan or I know, or one of your leaders. And this week, my insight that I want to share is taking on the reality and the attitude of the Father, of God, in the midst of a separate worldly reality and a separate worldly attitude. So I think a great example of this in Jesus' life is when he is awoken in the middle of the storm by the disciples saying, "Jesus, don't you care that we're going to die?" So their reality and their attitude at this time is, this storm is going to kill us. We're professional fishermen. We know what we're doing, and we're going to die. So he's awoken into this reality. And it says that Jesus only does what he sees his Father doing. So I have this image in my head of Jesus just taking a moment and saying, "Father, what is your reality? And what is your attitude?" And he waits. And the Father speaks to him and he says, I'm at peace about this. I think it's going to be okay. So Jesus is so bought into that reality. So taking a hold of that reality, the reality of God, that he's even able to speak peace into the storm, and the storm takes on the reality of the Father as well. So what does this look like in your own life, to take on the reality of God instead of the reality of the world? And I think the biggest thing is just taking it and stopping for a moment in the midst of the storm and asking God, what is your reality? Even if you know, I shouldn't be worried. God's got it. He's going to take care of it. But there's power in asking God and letting him speak the reality. In 2 Thessalonians 2:8, it says that the lawless one will be overthrown by the breath of his mouth and by the splendor of his coming. So in essence, there's power in God speaking things over your life. Even in the beginning, things were created when he spoke it. So this is the difference between trying to muster up faith, trying to create faith, versus taking on the faith of the Creator. So in essence, when you're in a busy moment, when you're in a chaotic moment, in a reality of the world, stop, take a moment, and just ask God, what is your reality for this moment? And actually stop and listen. Even if you already know the truth, stop and listen and wait for him to tell you what his reality is, and wait for that power to come over you. So I just pray you guys would have a blessed week practicing this and learning this, and I just hope your realities look a lot more like the Father's this week.